Alright, it's Mr. Sanders, yeah, and we're back with another and I just want to talk about this fucking situation right? I started talking to this girl. Okay, I'll start it like this. My last video, I think, that's below this one, I was talking about how I'm learning how to be myself and why you gotta, you really have to be yourself. And I want to encapsulate that with this story. I was talking to this girl and she was kind of cute, but I wasn't super attracted. Like, I was borderline attracted. So I was like being nice, just talking normal. But I felt like she was kind of sensitive about certain things. So I'd always tone myself back, watch certain things I would say, watch certain jokes I would say, watch certain topics that I would bring up to keep things on a surface level. And then one day she was talking about how she's into deep conversations. So I was like, all right, I can have a deep conversation. Then we started having a deep conversation one night. By the next day, she basically stopped responding to all my texts, blocked me off on all the social media websites, and told me that she doesn't want to be in the same gym at the same time ever again. It wasn't all that drastic, within the next 24 hours, but basically that's what happened overall. And when a girl cuts a guy off like that, you usually assume that the guy did something weird or creepy or really fucked up. And I think I can honestly say I did nothing wrong. And the reason why she cut me off like that was because she couldn't handle how deep the conversation got. And so it's if I would have just been myself from the start and talked how I talked from the start, we would have saved both of us a lot of time, and it would have just made everything easier from the beginning. That she would have realized I'm not a person that she wants to be around, and that's perfectly fine. What was the conversation about? I'll just glaze over it really subtly. What I think it is a lot of people are just so in love with white people that when you talk about racism or something like that, some people's brains just misfire and just shut down. And I think that's what happened. I just was too honest and her brain couldn't handle it. I literally did nothing wrong this time around. Literally this time I did nothing wrong. And so this is why I'm thinking, oh God, there's a giant tractor coming for me. This is why I think you just have to start being yourself all the time. Well, not all the time, because you can't be yourself everywhere you go, because sometimes you're in a public space and you just have to just go with the crowd or whatever. But you have to just start being yourself more often so you can repel the people that are not for you out of your life and attract those that are for you into your life. And I know that I guess growing up, I kind of talked about this last time or a couple videos ago, and it was funny how emotional I got when I brought it up. And then I think once that emotion came out, I kind of got over it. But growing up, a lot of people didn't like me. And so to kind of compensate for that, I would try to mold myself differently for different environments, just so I wasn't as harsh or I wasn't rubbing anybody the wrong way, just so I can be accepted into more crowds and whatnot. And then as you get older, it seems like what I did was I overestimated other people's intelligence, so I valued their opinions so much. And then you get older and then you realize some of the people that you valued their opinion, or some of the people that you cared about what they thought about you, they're so stupid. They're literally just so stupid that whole interaction was a waste of time. And you could have saved all that time just by being yourself. And then also you get into these situations where you kind of were being you're in this situation where you were kind of being yourself, but not really. And so now you're stuck in this fake zone to where now if you be yourself, it will just come out of the blue. So now you're just in this fake interaction all the time, and it just kind of bugs you, but you just go along with it because this is how you started the relationship. So now it's just fake forever. And then you kind of walk into a new situation and you get this social anxiety because you're trying to figure out what you can do or what you can be like so that you don't offend these people or that they like you. So like you're playing these mental games in your head and trying to solve these problems that you do not have the answer to. For me talking to that girl, I didn't know what was I was going to say was going to completely turn her off so bad that she would just block me from everything and tell me that she never wanted to see me again in the gym or anywhere at all. I had no idea. And so if I go into the next person trying to like do all this math, all these equations in my head of what could possibly happen, it would be a complete waste of time. Honestly, I should just get rejected more, get disapproved of more, get outcasted more, because the majority of the people on the planet are just stupid or scared to be themselves or scared of everything. And so it's just wasting your time and their time. So yeah, being yourself, which also it's so easy to say start being yourself, but then if you've been fake your whole life, or if you haven't been yourself for a long time, or if you're filled with so much trauma and past stress or past anxiety that your brain and your body is just like kind of tense in most situations, so it's hard to be yourself, that's a whole different journey and a whole different process of like meditating, journaling, and therapy and all that type of stuff. And then also it takes experimentation too, so you can slowly find more of yourself out, like through these videos and stuff. Like how I said I was crying that last video, or like 2 or 3 videos ago, I was just crying about how people didn't like me when I was growing up. I don't think I ever said that out loud, but like once I said it out loud and I feel like I kind of processed that emotion, I don't think it affects me as much, or it's going to affect me as much into the future. And so now I'm even able to be myself a little bit more. And it's weird because I did that through a video, you know. There's different mediums to like get these things that are holding you back out. So yeah, that's a whole different journey. And I'm trying to do it through YouTube and journaling and all that stuff. You could do it through your therapy session, your meditation. Yeah. But once you start being yourself and you start repelling people, but you repel people because you're being your authentic self, I think that's a good thing, because you save your time, you save their time, you save a whole lot of people's time, and then you can get on to doing what you were supposed to do and what you want to do. And I just want to harp on how much I overestimated other people's intelligence and thinking their opinion actually mattered about anything, because it doesn't. So yeah, I'm gonna end that video here. It's Mr. Sanders, yeah, and I'm back with another yeah.